everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Keita-Marie, and here on this channel we do all things Pilates. For our Pilates Flow today, we're going to begin lying down. So I want you to make sure that you're lying down the center of your mat with your knees bent, feet hip width apart with your heels slightly in front of your knees. We're going to bring our arms to the side of the body with the palms facing the ceiling. We're going to slide the shoulders down and gently press the shoulders into the mat. Lengthen your neck, both the front and the back of the neck, as you rest the back of the head on the mat. Take a deep breath in through your nose as if you're smelling flowers. Allow your rib cage to really expand and fill your lungs up with air. And then as you exhale, emptying the lungs, you're going to slowly start to engage your abdominal muscles now by pulling your belly button down towards your spine. Let's do this 2 more times. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through the mouth. Continue making an extra effort to ensure that you're not responding to the breath with your stomach, that you keep your tummy pulled in whether you're inhaling or exhaling. I know it might feel a little weird at first, but if you keep trying, you'll get there. Good. So from here now, we're just going to slowly slide our shoulders and our arms up towards the ears, kind of shrugging the shoulders to the ears. Then you're going to slide the shoulders and your arms along the mat forward away from the ears. Inhale, slide the shoulders and the arms up along the mat. Exhale, slide the shoulders and the arms forward towards your hips and feet. Let's repeat 2 more times. The rest of your body is really not moving. It's really right now just all about your shoulders and your arms. 1 more time. Shrug the shoulders to the ears and then shrug those shoulders and arms forward. Good. Now I want you to imagine that the back of your head still pressed on the mat. It's almost like a ball. And we're just going to roll that ball about 5 times to the right side. So if you imagine that the tip of your nose is a pencil and the ceiling is a piece of paper and you're drawing circles on the ceiling with the tip of your nose. It's kind of what you're doing as you just warm up the top of the neck. Remember to still breathe. And then we're going to reverse it. So we're going to circle in the opposite direction. Back of the head still on the mat like a little ball as we circle the head to the left. Now bring the head back to center. Now we're going to lift both arms up to the ceiling. Arms are above your shoulders. Fingertips are reaching to the ceiling with the palms facing each other. We're going to keep everything on the mat except our shoulders. So as we stretch the arms to the ceiling, we're going to lift those shoulders off of the mat. Remember, it's only the shoulders. So we're stretching across the top of the shoulders and across the top of your back. And then you're going to press those shoulders into the mat, keeping your arms long, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together as you open your arms to the side, bringing the palms to face the ceiling. So lift the arms up, bringing the arms above your shoulders and your chest, then lift the shoulders up to the ceiling as you stretch across the upper back. Then press the shoulders into the mat, then squeeze the shoulder blades together as you open the arms to the side. Again, lift the arms up. Lift the shoulders up towards the ceiling. Press the shoulders down on the mat. Squeeze shoulder blades together as you open the arms to the side. Lift the arms up to the ceiling. Lift the shoulders up off of the mat. Press the shoulders down. Open the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Last time, lift the arms up. Lift the shoulders up. Press the shoulders into the mat. Squeeze those shoulder blades together as you open the arms to the side. Now we're going to keep the arms open to the side. Now we're going to bring those legs in a little bit closer to the body. We're going to squeeze and pull the lower abdominal muscles in as we lift those knees up, stacking them above the hips, keeping them bent at a 90-degree angle. Let's bring the legs a little bit closer together, and we're going to try to keep our upper body nice and stable as we slowly twist both knees to the right side. We're not trying to bring the legs all the way to the floor, just enough, or just about to the point before you start to feel like you're about to topple over. That's where you're going to stop. I want you to pull the tummy in. Use your obliques, your side body muscles on the left side, and use those muscles to slowly pull the torso back up to come back to center, bringing those knees above the hips. Let's repeat now on the other side. So twisting to the left, nice and easy, and take your time with this because you really want to focus on what you're doing, how your body is feeling, how your body's responding, and to know when you need to stop. Listen to your bodies. Then squeeze the tummy in and lift those knees back up as you pull your belly button to the spine. One more time, twisting to the right side, and then slowly bringing the knees back up to the ceiling, and then twisting knees to the left side, and then slowly bringing the legs back in. We're going to slowly, with control, bring the feet to the floor, and we're going to slide the legs all the way out. I want you to lift those arms up to the ceiling above the shoulders. Slide the shoulders forward and down. Really lengthen through the legs. And from here, we're going to do our roll-up. So you're going to lift the head, lift the shoulders up. Squeeze the tummy in as you roll up through your C-curve spine. Reach the arms forward above your legs. And then drop your head between the arms as you finish the position here. With your arms reaching forward parallel to the floor. Shoulders down away from your ears. Now you're going to flex your feet, scoop that tummy in, and we're going to pull the torso back. But I want you to bring your shoulders back just behind your hips. Stay here in our C-curve spine. So you should be tucking under with that tailbone, scooping and pulling the belly button to the spine, lifting that belly button up behind the rib cage, and your arms are reaching forward at shoulder level, shoulder width apart. We're going to imagine that our hips are kind of like a hinge, and we're going to bring the torso forward at the hips, reaching the arms forward, then squeeze the tummy in to pull the torso back in our rowing exercise. So reaching the torso forward, pulling it back. Remember to utilize your C-curve. Reach the torso forward and pull it back, and whenever you pull back, you always use your core. So reach that torso forward, scoop the tummy in to pull it back. Good. 2 more times. Reach the torso forward, scoop the tummy in to pull it back. On this last one, we're going to stay forward. So reach the torso forward, hold it here. Let's just lower the hands to the feet or your ankles or your calves, wherever your hands naturally landed along your legs. Roll the shoulders back and down, and you're going to relax your head completely and take about 2 to 3 deep breaths in and out here. I want you to actively stretch the backs of your legs. Feel that stretch behind your knees and in your hamstrings. Slide your shoulders down, lengthen your tailbone back. Feel it so that you can feel that stretch as well along your spine and across your lower back. You should be on your last breath now. And then you're going to slowly release your hands from your legs. Squeeze the tummy in, and I want you to imagine that there's a wall behind you. You're going to slowly roll the spine up to come to sit against that wall. And then we're going to relax the arms. We're going to come now to lie down on our stomachs. Our legs are going to be lengthening, reaching behind us about hip width apart, resting the tops of the thighs and the tops of the feet on the mat. And your arms are going to come just to the outside of the body, just outside of your shoulders and your chest, forming a W shape. So from your elbows to your fingers are in a straight line. You're going to slide your shoulders and slide those elbows back to create this W shape with your arms in relation to your torso. Now you're going to activate your core by actively lifting your abdominal muscles up to the spine. So imagine that there's a marble underneath your belly button on the mat. You're going to use your belly button now to grab and lift that marble up away from the mat. And you're going to use your core to hold that marble up away from that belly button, away from that mat. Hold it here. Feel a lengthening in the legs. Feel engagement in the core. And keeping your arms, your forearms on the mat. That means the elbows will not lift. Keeping your shoulders back away from your ears. Leading with your chest, not with your head, because we're going to keep that neck nice and long. You're going to inhale and lift the chest up off of the mat as far as it can go without you bending your neck or you lifting your elbows. Then keep lengthening the torso forward as you bring it back down to the mat. Let's repeat. Inhale, lift that torso up. Exhale, bring that torso down. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, bring the chest down. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, bring the chest down. Remember to keep the shoulders back and down away from your ears. So as you lift your chest, try to slide your shoulders back towards your hips some more. Release the chest down. One more time. Lift that chest up. Keep the tummy lifted to the spine. and release the chest down. Now we're going to keep the chest down now, and we're going to work the legs. So lengthening through those legs, we're going to lift both legs up and release both legs down. Think about lifting your legs from your thighs as opposed to lifting from your feet. So if you lengthen your legs and lift your thighs up off the floor and then release them down, you will keep and maintain that lengthening the legs. You won't be susceptible to bend your knees. Again, lengthen and lift the legs up and release the legs down. Remember to keep the tummy pulled in. Remember to keep your shoulders and your upper body relaxed. Lengthen and lift the legs. Release the legs down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the legs. Exhale, legs come down. 1 more time. Inhale, lift the legs. And exhale, release the legs down. So now we're going to add or combine the 2 movements that we just did. We're going to lift both torso and both legs at the same time. So inhale, still keeping the elbows on the mat, lift your torso and your legs up, slide your shoulders back, exhale, release everything down to the mat. And remember, don't jerk it, move with your breath, so make it nice and organic and smooth. Inhale, lift torso and legs up, exhale, releasing it down. Good. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, lifting up, exhaling down. Inhale, lifting up, exhaling down. Last one. Inhale, lifting up and exhaling down. Now stay down with the legs. We're going to lift the torso once again as you did before, and we're going to hold it there. So lift the torso up, hold the torso here. We're going to lift the elbows up and the arms up to join, and we're going to stretch the arms forward, keeping the arms shoulder width apart, keeping your shoulders back. Then we're going to bend the elbows, pull them close to the body, lift the torso up. Lower the torso slightly, not all the way to the mat, just where you were before. Stretch the arms forward. Pull those elbows back, bringing them even in close to the body. And lift the torso up. And then lower slightly. Stretch your arms forward. Bend and pull those elbows back. Lift the torso and lower. Stretch your arms forward. Bend and pull the elbows back. Lift the torso up and lower. 2 more times. Stretch your arms. Pull them back. Lift the torso and lower. Last one. Stretch your arms. Pull them back. Lift the torso and lower. Come all the way down to the mat. We're going to bring the elbows over to the side. We're going to overlap those hands, and we're going to rest the forehead on top of our hands now as we return to working the legs. So if you need to adjust the legs now to bring them a little bit closer, you may do so, but just make sure the legs are nice and long and you're really pointing through your feet. Slide your shoulders back and down, and just do a quick body scan to ensure that your neck is still long, your shoulders are back, and that most importantly you're still pulling and lifting your abdominal muscles, or lifting that marble up away from the mat. So we're going to lengthen now and lift both legs up. Remember, we're lifting from our thighs. And we're going to do the swimming flutter kick with the legs as we work from the hips, alternating and lifting. And we're going to do this for 8 counts. 7, 6. Try not to move your torso too much. And you can go as fast or as slow in terms of pace as you need to. Just make sure you maintain your alignment and the legs stay nice and long. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring those legs down. Now we're going to bend those knees, pulling the heels in towards the buttocks. Now for this one, you may want to open your legs a little bit wider than you had them before. And with the toes pointing upwards towards the ceiling, we're going to lift the thighs up off of the floor, squeezing the glutes and then releasing the thighs down. So inhale, lift the thighs up, exhale down, tummies in. Inhale, lift the thighs up, exhale down. 3 more times. Lift the thighs up. It's very important to pull the tummy in and down because it protects your back. Lift the thighs up and down. 1 more. Lift the thighs up and down. Now keep the legs bent, keep the heels close to the body. Just walk those knees a little bit closer together. And then we're just going to gently sway those feet from side to side in a windshield wiper motion. And then we're going to bring those legs to center and slowly bring the legs down to the floor. Let's extend the arms in front and open those legs a little bit so the legs are about hip width apart. Make sure the shoulders are back away from your ears, and imagine that you're in the sky flying or that you're Superman. So you really need to stretch those arms and stretch those legs. Now we're going to come back into a full extension with both arms, legs, and the torso. We're going to inhale as we lift the marble up to the spine, squeezing the tummy in. Exhale, lift torso and legs and arms up. Hold it here. You're going to keep your right arm reaching forward, and you're going to pull your left arm back, reaching your left fingers towards your feet. Then you're going to bring both arms to the side as we switch the arms, and bring the right arm back as you reach the left arm forward. Keep the torso lifted and bring both arms to the side and switch. Bringing right arm forward, left hand back, and bring both arms to the side and switch. Bringing left arm forward and right arm back. Again, both arms to the side and switch. Bringing right arm forward and left arm back. Both arms to the side and switch. Bringing left arm forward, right arm back. One more set. Both arms to the side and switch. Bringing right arm forward, left arm back. Last one. Both arms to the side and switch. Bringing your left arm forward and your right arm back. Let's bring the right arm forward to join the left arm. Slowly release everything down to the floor. And then you're going to walk your hands back, placing your palms on the mat just outside of your shoulders with your elbows lifted up towards the ceiling. Let's lift the belly button to the spine, and we're going to come up onto our hands and our knees, coming into a tabletop position. The hands directly underneath the shoulders and the knees directly underneath the hips. Lengthen through the spine and neutralize your pelvis. So we're not curved and we're not arched. We're in a nice neutral spine with that pelvis. I want you to take your right hand, lift it up to the side. Let's bend that right elbow. And we're going to bring the fingers just to the back of the center of your head. Rotating in the upper body now, we're going to lift that elbow up towards the ceiling as far as you can. And then you're going to rotate in the opposite direction, bringing that elbow towards the opposite hand, but without shifting the hips from side to side or moving the lower part of your torso too much. So inhale, open the chest, lift the elbow up. Exhale, bring that elbow down towards the opposite hand. Inhale, twist, opening in the rib cage. Exhale, close it. Squeeze that tummy in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, close it. Good. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, close it. Last one. Inhale, lift. And exhale, close it. Now come back to center. We're going to extend that arm to the side, that right arm directly to the side, and we're going to thread the needle. Just going to bend that elbow, bring that right hand through in between your left arm and your left thigh. Look towards that hand as you stretch that arm all the way through, and then lower your torso as you bend and soften your right elbow so that the side of your head can now rest on the mat. Breathe in here, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's do that about 2 more times. 1 more time. Then you're going to squeeze the tummy in, pressing gently into that left hand. Lift the torso up. And then place that right hand back on the mat. Let's reestablish our neutral spine and our tabletop position here. Hands underneath shoulders. Knees underneath hips. And let's repeat the same sequence now with the left arm. So open that left arm to the side. Bend that left elbow. Bring the fingers just behind the head. And let's begin rotating in the ribcage. So lift that elbow up, opening the chest. And then twist and bring the elbow down towards the opposite hand. Lifting it up. So notice I said towards. I don't necessarily mean that you need to touch it. You're just twisting it towards it. And open and lift the elbow. And lower and twist elbow towards hand. And open and lift that elbow and bring it down. Good. 2 more times. Open and lift the elbow and bring it down. Last one. Open and lift the elbow and bring it down. Good. Now come back to center. Let's extend that arm to the side. We're going to bend that elbow. We're going to thread it in between right hand and right leg. Soften through that right elbow as you slowly lower your torso down, bringing the side of your head down to the mat. Breathe here. In through your nose and out through the mouth. Feel that amazing stretch across your upper back and in your shoulders. Breathing in and out. We have one more deep breath here. And then now engage the core, pull the tummy in and slowly press up. And come back to your 4-point kneeling position. From here, let's just do a cat stretch now. So you're going to drop your tailbone, drop your head between your arms and curve the spine all the way up. Actively lifting your abdominal muscles up towards the ceiling. And then keep the tummy pulled in now as you slowly come back to your tabletop position. Slide the shoulders back. One more time. Tuck tailbone under. Drop your head between the arms. Curve the spine up. Take a deep breath in and out, really allowing your rib cage and your back to expand as you breathe. And then slowly coming back to your tabletop position. We're going to scoop that tummy in and we're going to sit back onto the heels. Lower the chest to the thighs. Slide your arms forward and release your head down between your arms. And let's breathe here now in child's pose. Make sure your arms are really stretched so that you get the maximum stretch. Make sure you're sitting back onto your heels. If you need to adjust the position of your legs or the distance between your legs so that you can get into this position more comfortably, feel free to do so. I just want to ensure that once you're there that you're feeling that stretch in your spine. Make sure you're not relaxing in your tummy though. You're still pulling your tummy up to the spine, up behind the rib cage. As you breathe only in the upper part of the torso, keeping the tummy pulled in. Now lift the torso back up onto all fours. We're going to thread the needle, but we're going to combine that threading the needle with the child's pose. So again, take that right hand up. We're going to bend that elbow, look towards the hand as you thread it between left hand and left thigh. And then sit back on your heels now. Keep looking towards the hand and then release the head down. Whether it is on the arm, on the shoulder, on the knee, on the mat. It will vary from person to person depending on the length of your arms, the length of your torso. So you may not look like me, you may look completely different from me, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing the stretch incorrectly. And then slowly come back up onto all fours. Let's repeat now, combining thread needle with child's pose on the left side. So lift that left arm up. Let's bend the elbow, look with the head towards that left hand. Keep that arm nice and long. Keep reaching through the fingers as you sit back on to your heels with your buttocks, and then releasing the torso down and relaxing the head. And breathe here. Still looking towards that arm, still keeping your tummy engaged. Good. And then slowly now lifting up with the torso, come back onto all fours. We're going to walk those knees a little bit closer together. We're going to walk the hands over to the right side. And then we're going to sit back on our heels with both arms nice and stretched. And release the head down now so that we can now feel a stretch now along the left side of the torso. If you find that once you're sitting back on the heels, you're still not feeling that stretch, just walk the hands over to the right a little bit more until you get to that point. Good. And now slowly come back up and then walk the hands over now to the left side. Same thing as far as you can go, keeping the arms straight. Sit back on your heels. Make sure you're sitting on the heels and not to the side on the mat, and then release your head down. Try to get to that position. It allows you to now feel that stretch along the right side of the torso. Now you're going to stay here. You're going to walk the hands to center. You're going to walk your hands back, and you're going to roll up to come to sit on your heels. Place your hands on your thighs. Shoulders and head come up last. Let's shift the hips to one side. And let's bring the legs around. Let's come to a position with the legs crossed, hands resting on the knees. And I want you to roll the shoulders up to the ears and roll the shoulders back and down as you start to lengthen the spine up to the ceiling. Imagine that this motion is winding your torso up to a seated position. One more time. Good. Now you're going to take your right ear towards your right shoulder. Let's take that right hand and place it on the left side of the head. Breathe in. And as you exhale, see if you can bring that ear a little bit close to the shoulder. And then once you're there, slide both shoulders down to the hips so you can get the maximum stretch along the left side of your neck. Then you're going to release the hand from the head, bring the head to center. Let's repeat on the other side. So bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. Take your left hand, place on the right side of your head, and gently pull the head towards the left to bring that ear a little bit close to your shoulder. And once you're there, slide both shoulders down now and breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good. Release the hand, bring the head to center. Take one more deep breath in and deep breath out. Thank you so very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed our Pilates Flow today, where we worked a lot on strengthening the muscles in the back. If you did enjoy this, please remember to give it a thumbs up and please share it with all of your family and friends. Let's continue to spread the amazing benefits of Pilates. If you haven't already done so, please remember to subscribe to my channel and to hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Thank you so very much for joining me again. I am Keita-Marie, and until I see you next time here on the mat, continue to take care. Bye.